The droning of aircraft propellers echoed across the stark winter landscape. It caromed off snowfields and along rivers of ice, a reverberating hum never heard before in this part of Antarctica. A colony of emperor penguins nesting on the land below caught wind of the noise. They looked skyward for the cause of the disturbance, turning their heads in unison. Finding the source, they watched in rapt curiosity as a large gray bird lumbered across the sky. That bird was a Dornier flying boat, an all-metal silver aircraft with a registration number painted in large block letters. It boasted a high-mounted wing and two powerful radial engines arranged sequentially along the centerline of the fuselage. One engine pulled the plane forward, while the second pushed it from behind. Those who flew this model of the Dornier called it the Whale, mostly because of its great size, but also because the plane's ribbed sheet metal resembled the distinctly folded blubber on the underside of many ocean-dwelling leviathans. Inside the aircraft, a middle-aged pilot sat at the controls. He had brown eyes and graying hair, but with a thick growth of dark stubble on his face. He wore a buttonless blue jacket known as a Fliegerbluse. The captain's badge on the collar indicated his rank, while an eagle grasping a swastika on his breast identified him as a Luftwaffe pilot. A temporary name tag, only recently sewn onto the Fliegerbluse, gave his name as Jurgensen. Tilting the wings and glancing down at the penguins through the heated cockpit glass, Jurgensen marveled at how the birds lined themselves up in near-perfect rows. "Kleine Soldaten," he said in German. "Little soldiers." The co-pilot laughed and then pointed to something else. "Blaues Wasser," he said. "Blue water. It must be another lake. That makes 3 in the last 50 kilometers, all along the same line." Jurgensen turned his attention to the lake up ahead. He saw a long, narrow stretch of aquamarine water shimmering in the sun. The color was intense, standing out like a sapphire in the endless field of white snow. "This one's larger than the others." He pressed the intercom button. "Navigator, I need a position report." From deeper inside the plane, the navigator responded with the current latitude and longitude, adding, "We're nearing the 200-kilometer waypoint. Time to perform our duty for the Reich." Jurgensen rolled his eyes and exchanged a knowing glance with the co-pilot. They were officially here as explorers, photographing large swaths of the unexplored continent. But in 1939, exploring unknown lands meant claiming them for king and country, or in this case, for Führer and fatherland. To press that claim, they were required by the High Command to deposit evidence of their journey every 50 kilometers. That meant dropping weighted markers through the cargo door of the plane and hoping they would land in the ice like flags. The markers were 3 feet long, made of steel and shaped like arrows. They were weighted in the nose, designed to fall like spears and embed themselves in the snow and ice. If all went well, they would remain erect, proudly displaying the swastikas emblazoned on their tails. Jurgensen found the exercise a ridiculous waste of time. As far as he could tell, the arrows either fell down upon impact or plunged so deeply that they'd vanished from sight. Jurgensen made a quick decision and pressed the intercom button. "Our true duty to the Reich is to find things of value. Liquefied snow and ice suggest geothermal heat, which shall be of tremendous use should the High Command decide to build their base here. Strap yourself in. We're turning back for a landing." With the intercom silent, Jurgensen addressed the co-pilot. "Contact the Bremerhaven. Tell them we're landing."